Time now for our rants and raves of the week. Starting with you, Dan.
I have a rave for Christine Stewart, the owner, publisher, editor of CT News Junkie. Christine Stewart, while sitting in an airport recently during the holidays, got online and started and figured out who Edward Clarkin is. This story is so complicated, I don't think I can really do it justice. But basically, Edward Clarkin almost certainly is the pen name of a guy named Michael Schroeder, who ran a long story plagiarized in large measure that was helpful to Sheldon Adelson, with whom he's kind of in business with in the purchase of the Las Vegas Review-Journal. It is so...
She figured out who it was. That was
She
great,
figured out who it was while sitting in an airport. And she hasn't gotten that much credit. Most people are crediting the Review-Journal reporters for breaking this.
No,
she broke it before they did.
All right, Callie.
Well, Adam stole my thunder, but I was going to rave Marcela Garcia. Girl, I can give you another clap. That was an excellent piece about the immigrants who are mostly immigrant population who are delivering the papers. I will also give a shout out to our own Jeb Sharp, who did a fabulous piece here for WGBH News. But again, speaking to my ignorance, what was revealed in her reporting was mind-blowing to me. I just didn't know all these details. I didn't know that all these people are working 2 and 3 jobs and what the 7 days a week and what the job is really like. And again, this is Marcela's sweet spot, where she really goes to look at what else is going on. Who are the other people in Boston we should pay attention to? So good work, good job, well reported, and for that reason alone, I'm glad that these stories were able to come out.
You're right about Jeb's piece too, which I heard after I read Marcela's column, and it's excellent as well.
It was a good piece. All right, Josh, what do you got?
Twitter this week announced that, well, they didn't quite announce it. It was first reported in Recode, and then they sort of quasi-announced it, that they were going to be getting beyond the 140-character limit that has sort of defined what a tweet is. What is a tweet? It's 140 characters. The first reporting said that limit was now going to be 10,000 characters.
I saw that.
So lots of people were not excited that suddenly entire texts of Russian literature were going to be flowing at them in their Twitter stream. Well, as it turns out, it's not quite as bad as that. In the same way that you can attach a photo to a tweet, you'll be able to attach a longer piece of text. And I think in the end, this is actually going to be a good thing for Twitter, because it's going to mean that things that sort of are disjointed, that you can't have the right context, they'll be able to live inside of Twitter and probably make it a better service to use.
That's right, because I have a hard time following sometimes when somebody responds and I have no idea what they're referring to.
The initial fears that people had that suddenly they were just going to be handed novels in their Twitter stream, I think they've been shown to not be true, and I think it's probably a good move.
So what's the number exactly? I'm still confused.
A tweet will still be 140 characters. It's just you'll be able to attach the way you attach a Word document to an email. You'll be able to click here and it'll expand to show however much you want.
Okay.
All right, Adam.
I want to rave for Carly Carioli, who is stepping down as the editor of Boston Magazine. Just by way of disclosure, I worked with Carly at the Boston Phoenix, along with Dan Kennedy back in the day, and I've done a little bit of work, not for a while, for Boston Magazine. But I thought that in his short time there, he did a terrific job changing the way people think about that publication. It sort of has had this long-standing reputation as a, glossy, luxury-oriented, affluent, suburb-oriented audience. And he did a great job focusing on Boston. They did a bunch of really, really good coverage under his tenure. They got into that really, really weird relationship that Tom Brady has with his personal fitness guru. I think his name's Alex Guerrero, way before other media outlets did. They ran that piece by Susan Zelkind on the Watertown murders and their connection with the Boston Marathon bombings that got turned into a This American Life collaboration. They did a whole bunch of good stuff. The magazine looks really good.
The manhunt photos.
Pardon me?
The manhunt photos.
The manhunt photos. That's right. That's right. They put those up before anyone else.
Certainly a lot newsier than it felt a lot more part of the daily news cycle.
Well, that whole magazine is falling apart.
Carly,
and
he's not the only one who's
downsizing this week.
There was more downsizing this week, so it's not just him. But I don't know. MetroCorp in Philadelphia does this periodically. They they clean house. If he didn't fit what they were looking for, I'm not sure what they're looking for.
He'll land somewhere. All right, finally, I have a rave for Barstool Sports, believe it or not. What a great success story this is. David Portnoy this week sold his business, but he's retaining full editorial control.
You mean El Presidente?
El Presidente is
Let's refer to him with the proper
El
respect.
Presidente.
Yeah.
They're moving to New York. Peter Chernin, who used to work at Fox, he was a big mucky muck at Fox, is now a media mogul in New York who bought this outfit. for an undisclosed sum that we hear is between 16 and 19 million. So that's a pretty good penny. And David Portnoy's real concern was that the editorial, they were going to change this sort of sassy, humorous editorial control of it, but he's maintaining. So the whole operation is moving down there, and good luck to him. We'll miss David in Boston.
And when they say you're going to retain full editorial control, watch your wallet.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's it for our show. Tell us what you think. Email us, tweet us, or leave a comment. We're always on at beatthepress.org.